In this video, we'll be taking a look at 5 MLB games happening on September 5th, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 10 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 5 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Los Angeles Dodgers versus Baltimore Orioles. The Dodgers and Orioles clash on Friday night at Oriole Park at Camden Yards in a matchup that has plenty of intrigue. Los Angeles comes in scuffling, having dropped 5 of their last 6 games, including a sweep at the hands of the Pirates. It's not the type of form that inspires confidence, but even through this stretch, the Dodgers remain the more talented and complete team. Tyler Glasnow takes the mound, fresh off a strong August in which he gave up just 19 hits and 11 earned runs over 28.2 innings, showing the swing and miss stuff that makes him a true ace. Opposite him is Dean Kremer, who's been hittable all season and especially shaky of late, surrendering 32 hits and 18 earned runs in his last 29 frames. His last 2 outings have been flat-out rough. This isn't the spot to panic about Los Angeles. The Dodgers have the edge on the mound and the roster to snap back here. As our first pick for this matchup, the Los Angeles Dodgers money line is our full game side pick. Los Angeles may own one of the league's best records this season, but the recent skid has tightened the race in the National League West. Road play has been a weak point, with the Dodgers sitting 33-36 away from home, while Baltimore has been underwhelming in their own ballpark at 31-37. The Orioles entered this one on a high note after sweeping San Diego, but Kremer remains a major question mark after being tagged for 13 earned runs and 16 hits across his last 2 starts. Glasnow, by contrast, has strung together 5 straight outings of 3 earned runs or fewer, making him a steady presence despite Los Angeles' team struggles. With both offenses capable of putting up crooked numbers and Kremer in vulnerable form, runs should be there for the taking. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Philadelphia Phillies versus Miami Marlins. The Phillies and Marlins open their weekend series on Friday night at Lone Depot Park. Miami enters this matchup reeling after an ugly showing against Washington, dropping games to a Nationals team near the bottom of the standings. They'll try to put an end to their slide at home, but their 31-37 record in their own park tells the story of a team that has struggled to defend its turf all year. Philadelphia, on the other hand, continues to play steady ball, splitting wins on the road with a 36-36 mark. The Phillies are fresh off a series win over Milwaukee and carry some momentum into Miami. On the mound, Philadelphia will send Christopher Sanchez, who has been a model of consistency this season. He's allowed 1, 6, 2, 3, and 1 earned run in his last 5 starts, and overall owns a sparkling 2.66 earned run average and 1.12 WHIP. Over his last 38.2 innings, he's yielded just 39 hits and 13 earned runs, giving the Phillies a chance to win every time he takes the ball. Miami counters with Bellozo, who has shown flashes in a small sample but isn't stretched out to work deep into games. He's allowed just 1 earned run over his last 7.1 innings, but over his total of 17 innings this season, he's given up 18 hits and 11 runs. That lack of command and stamina is a red flag against an offense as polished as Philadelphia's. The gap between these two teams has been clear for weeks. The Phillies look like a playoff club with a strong pitching staff and reliable bats, while the Marlins have unraveled over the last month. With Sanchez dealing and Bellozo not equipped to hold up against a top-tier lineup, the Phillies are positioned to control this series opener. We aren't getting much value with the price tag on Philadelphia, but it's hard to see any other side worth backing here. As our first pick for this matchup, the Philadelphia Phillies money line is our full game side pick. Sanchez has been dialed in all season, rarely giving opponents many opportunities, and Miami's offense has gone cold during their recent skid. Bellozo may not last long, but the Phillies should build their lead gradually rather than blowing the game open in 1 inning. Lone Depot Park also suppresses power, which helps keep run totals down even when contact is being made. Expect the Phillies to control the pace behind their starter, with Miami doing little to push the number higher. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Seattle Mariners versus Atlanta Braves. Seattle opens this series needing to snap out of a rough 2-week stretch that has them sliding at the wrong time in the race for the American League West crown. The Mariners have been weak away from home all season, carrying a 32-40 road record into Atlanta. The Braves haven't had the year many expected, and they sit at .500 in their own park at 33-33, but they still present a tough matchup in this spot. Atlanta turns to Chris Sale, and he has been lights out of late, allowing 1 earned run or fewer in 5 straight outings. The veteran lefty looks like he's found another gear down the stretch and has been giving the Braves every chance to win when he's on the mound. Seattle will counter with Logan Gilbert, who has been more uneven. His last 5 starts include outings where he's allowed 3, 1, 6, 2, and 1 earned run. Flashes of quality, but not the same level of consistency Sale has shown. The Mariners need to get right in a hurry, but this is a brutal spot to expect it. Their offense hasn't been trustworthy, their road play has been subpar, and Gilbert is far more hittable than Sale in his current form. Atlanta may not have lived up to preseason expectations, but with Sale shoving the way he has been, the Braves are the side worth backing at home. As our first pick for this matchup, the Atlanta Braves money line is our full game side pick. Sale has been dominant, carving through lineups and limiting damage to almost nothing over the last month. Gilbert can be inconsistent, but when he's on his game, he's fully capable of holding opponents down. Both pitchers are more than capable of working deep into this one, and with Seattle's offense cooling off and Atlanta's lineup not nearly as explosive as in past years, the scoreboard may stay quieter than expected. Look for quality innings from both starters and a game where scoring opportunities are limited. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Cleveland Guardians versus Tampa Bay Rays. The Guardians and Rays square off Friday at George M. Steinbrenner Field in a matchup between two clubs trending in very different directions. Cleveland has the pitching advantage on paper, but they've struggled all year with consistency, never quite able to string together a reliable stretch of baseball. The Rays, meanwhile, are suddenly one of the hottest teams in the league, rolling into this contest, riding a 7-game winning streak that's vaulted them right back into the thick of the wild card race. For Cleveland, Gavin Williams takes the mound, and he has been sharp of late. Over his last 33.1 innings, he's allowed just 21 hits and 9 runs, showing the kind of command that gives the Guardians a fighting chance every 5th day. The issue, though, has been support. The offense and bullpen have too often failed to back his outings, leaving Cleveland a tough team to trust on a nightly basis. Tampa Bay hands the ball to Jax, who has not inspired much confidence in his limited action this season. Still, form matters, and the Rays' current run has them playing with the kind of swagger you don't want to bet against. Even if Williams pitches well, it's difficult to side with a Guardians team that hasn't shown any rhythm against a Rays squad that hasn't lost since August 27th. Tampa Bay is taking care of business in every phase right now, and they should have enough to extend their winning streak. As our first pick for this matchup, the Tampa Bay Rays money line is our full game side pick. Williams has been reliable in limiting damage, and while Jax hasn't been impressive, he doesn't need to be dominant to get by a Cleveland lineup that has been one of the more inconsistent in the league. The Rays are playing excellent baseball, but their success has often come from stringing together just enough runs and leaning on solid pitching rather than blowing teams out every night. With Williams in form and the Guardians' offense untrustworthy, there's a good chance this one stays under the number. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Minnesota Twins versus Kansas City Royals. The Twins open a 3-game divisional series on the road in Kansas City against the Royals. Minnesota has had the slight upper hand in recent head-to-head meetings, going 4-2 in the last 6 matchups overall, but Kansas City has defended its home turf better, taking 3 of the last 4 when these teams have met at Kauffman Stadium. The totals trend has also leaned heavily toward the under, cashing in 8 of the last 10 meetings. Minnesota looks like a team ready for the season to end. They just dropped 4 straight to the White Sox, a result that speaks volumes about where their focus is right now. It's hard to back a club that just got swept by one of the league's bottom feeders. Kansas City, on the other hand, still has plenty to play for, sitting just 2 games back in the wild card hunt. That sense of urgency should show up here. The Royals hand the ball to Michael Wacha, who has been rock solid at home this season. He enters with a 3.01 earned run average and a .244 batting average allowed in Kansas City, giving his team a reliable starter to set the tone. He'll also have the benefit of a deeper and more trustworthy bullpen behind him than what the Twins can offer. This sets up as another long night for Minnesota's offense, which has struggled to find any rhythm and just got shut down by Chicago. Kansas City isn't dominating opponents by any any means, but they are motivated, they have the better starter, and they are simply in a stronger position to take advantage of a lifeless Twins squad. With the way Minnesota has folded recently, it's difficult to find any reason to step in their direction. As our first pick for this matchup, the Kansas City Royals money line is our full game side pick. The under has cashed in 8 of the last 10 head-to-head meetings, and both pitching setups point in that direction again. Wacha has been steady all year at home, and while the Royals' bats are capable, they've rarely blown games open. The Twins' offense has gone ice cold, making it hard to expect much run production from their side. With Wacha controlling the pace and Minnesota struggling to generate any offense, this matchup leans toward a quieter scoreboard. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.